subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
If y'all can hear me now, give me a thumbs up, please. Hold on one second. Let me turn my thing down over here on this side. All right. So we're good with the sound. Everything is good, right? You guys can hear me and everything is good. There we go. All right. Sorry about the technical difficulties for a quick second. We had a quick technical difficulty, but I'm here. How's everybody doing? How you living, man? I hope you guys had a productive day. Hope you are having a productive week so far, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the building doing the late night tap in or the early afternoon tap in, depending on when you're listening to this. A lot of people are checking out the playbacks, and you can listen to the playbacks on my YouTube channel, which is Tariq Radio. That is my YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. All right, before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, let me shout out some of the regulars in the building. Let me shout out some of the prioritized fam. We got C Killer. See C Killer down there. We got Israelite in the building. We got Brother McCall in the building. We got Seven in the building. We got Zuri in the building. We got Courtney in the building. We got Tiara. How you doing, Tiara? Tiara Dynamite. I ain't seen you in a minute, beloved. How are you? We have Nikki the God in the building. We have Sweets in the building. We have Deneen in the building. We have Miss Stacy in the building. A lot of phenomenal people here. The Atavis in the building. The Atavis, shout out to that brother. Sir Mike in the building. Our good brother Adonis, aka Party Goy, is in the building. Give my brother a powerful thumbs up. This Asian lady, I don't know, she never speaks. Crypto Goddess. I always see her in here. So this Asian lady is always in the rooms. I think she might be a spy for the government. She's always in the room and she never says anything. I see her in every space, and she's in a lot of other people's spaces. So I think she's kind of ear hustling so she can get recipes for her family's restaurant. We got Grinds TV in the building. We got Juicy Genius, Diavion in the building, Suntan in the building. All right, so shout out to everybody in here. Oh yeah, we got the Tethernator, the good old the Tethernator in the building. Oh man, a lot of stuff we're gonna get into tonight. A lot of stuff, and we're gonna get calls in a minute, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? I feel like doing the Majora prayer real quick. You know what? Let me clear the room. Let me get some energy right in the room. Let me do the Majora prayer real quick before I get started so I can get the energy right. That just kind of realigns the energy. Everybody bow your virtual heads, please. Ladies and gentlemen, we give it up to the Most High, the creator of all. We honor the Majara spirit within us all. The ancestral spirit and power flows through our veins, guiding us with wisdom and strength. May we walk with the grace of our ancestors, those who have come before us, and honor their sacrifices. Let the energy of Majara protect us from harm, uplift our spirits, and guide us towards our true purpose. With every step, may we embrace the sacred power within, the spirit that has carried us through trials and tribulations. We ask for clarity, strength, and peace as we live with purpose, rooted in our divine heritage. Through the Majara spirit, we are connected, we are whole, we are powerful, and amen, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Just wanted to get some spiritual energy realignment before we got started. Family, did y'all see the article about Al Sharpton? I told people, family, I told people weeks ago, I said, family, Al Sharpton is going under the bus. When it came out that the Democrats in the Kamala campaign gave Sharpton like $500,000 to kind of stump for Kamala, and she lost, I said, yeah, he's going under the bus. They're prepping him to get ready to throw him under the bus, ladies and gentlemen, and roll into. But I told people, weeks ago that they're going to throw Al Sharpton under the bus because the problem is they gave him all that money and she lost. That's the problem. So now these articles are coming out saying that the Black Church Coalition demands MSNBC suspend Al Sharpton over undisclosed Kamala Harris campaign payments. Let me read some of the article. Harris campaign payment to Sharpton's group does not look good for a man who's supposed to represent integrity, says the National Black Church Initiative. The National Black Church Initiative, a coalition that says it represents 27 million people and 150,000 Black churches across the country, said Wednesday that the payment to Sharpton's group puts a moral stain on the integrity of the Black church. The group said it's very concerned by the growing scandal, and they urged MSNBC to launch an investigation and express support for Reverend Sharpton's suspension until the investigation is complete. Family, this is what's going on. Two things are going on. Like I said, they're getting ready to throw him under the bus. They don't like losing and giving Sharpton that money and him not being able to deliver. See, the Boule class, they finessed the Democrats out of a lot of money by pretending that they had more pull within Black society than they really had. They're they're realizing Sharpton and Rowley, they ain't got no pull in Black society. They have no pull. The elderly crowd rocks with them, but that's not going to energize the streets to get people to get out there and vote. But Sharpton and the Boule class, they were running around here acting like they had a pulse on Black society. They were like, look, y'all need to give us all this money so we can galvanize these Negroes and whip them into shape and make them get on out there. So the corporate DNC, not really knowing the streets like that, they believed them and gave them all that money and lost bigly. So they're mad and they want their lick back. So what they did, it was basically sounds like the white people at the DNC went and hollered at that national church group so that they could be the front for going after Sharpton, so it don't look like the DNC is directly going after him. You see how that works? You know, somebody then went up there to that church group and said, hey, we need you to say a little something about Sharpton so we can keep our hands clean. And also, the second thing is they know that the hammer's coming down. They know that the hammer's coming down on Sharpton. They know that it's about to be the bus is coming. They're about to really throw him under the bus. So now all of these other Black church groups are distancing themselves. Like, okay, hey, if you go after him, we ain't really rocking with him like that. We know him, but we don't know him. Know him. It's that now. They're going out of their way to distance themselves from Sharpton. So they know it's coming. So family, that Boule class, boy, they're gonna be on the hot seat. That's why they're crying. That whole Boule bootlick class. That's why they've been on TV crying, doing interviews, crying, sad, boo-hooing, yelling, screaming. It's about to be bad in January. People about to get their walk-in papers. Folks are going to start getting fired. I'm telling you now, around January, February. Let me tell you something. I think around Black History Month, because this is how devious some of the the white supremacists are. They'll wait to fire you on Black History Month. I'm telling you now, around Black History Month, you're about to see a lot of firings of that Boule bootlick class. They're gonna fire them on Black History Month just to make a big spectacle out of it. You're gonna see a lot of pink slips going around because they are pissed at the DNC. They are really ticked off. They spent almost $3 billion to try to get Kamala Harris up in that White House. Family, they were throwing everything at the public. The Beyonce ain't cheap. They weren't doing all that for free. And they lost bigly. And Rolling in them guys and the Sharpton in those guys and the Angela Rise and all of these people were running around here telling the DNC that they knew what was going on with Black society. They knew how to get to the black voters and galvanize them and whip them into shape. And they don't. They don't know how to do that because what's going on now is the DN. I keep saying this. The DNC, they have done some internal analytics because look, these people, they got all types of AI machinery, looking at websites, looking at social media, looking at where trends are going. Excuse me, they got very sophisticated mechanisms to show where exactly the trends go and where the trends coming from and where's the influence coming from. These people, listen, they if they spend $3 billion, you better believe they're going to find out where the mistakes are. So they're carefully looking at all of the analytics. And what they have seen was that the Rollins and the Sharptons and those people have no pull. They realize they have zero pull after they've done the analytics. Also, what they realize is that a lot of influence was coming from over here. They realized that a lot of the influence was coming over from this side. And they realized that in some other elections, but they really saw how big the influence was here. We are here having these reparations rallies. We are just really galvanizing thousands of people on the grassroots in these spaces. We're galvanizing thousands of people every night. Right now, how many people are in here? We damn near got 1,000 people in here within the first 4 minutes. I did a space the other day. Um, there was a total of 140,000 views. 130,000, 140,000 people, that can swing an election. You understand? So you can't snub and fake those numbers because some of these guys, the Rollins and those guys, they'll flub their numbers or they'll pad their numbers. You can kind of get bots to kind of increase the number of views that you get on a YouTube channel. But when you do things live, you can't really fake your live numbers, you see. So they see where a lot of the influence really, really came from. That's why all of a sudden, about 2 weeks ago, you started seeing all of these anti Tariq Nasheed and anti FBA pages. It's about 10 of them every single day, just out the blue. Because what they did at the DNC, they said, okay, we're going to have to get started early on discrediting these influencers that's not controlled by the corporate sector. You got influencers who's controlled by the corporate sector, who they can just make a phone call and say, hey, control your Negro. I'm a little different. I'm not controlled by a corporate sector. So they have to get a whole bunch of operatives to be in spaces beating the drum of discrediting. That's why y'all hear these spaces with people saying all this weird, crazy shit every single night. Where y'all think that's coming from? You think it's people that's genuinely mad? Now, you do have tethers. Now, they do get the tether class, but no, these people are operatives, man. Straight up and down. And hey, I'm not even complaining. That's what it is. We expect it. The COINTELPRO has been around for a long time. COINTELPRO never went away, so I'm not shocked. Of course, they're going to have operatives around us, so we expect it. So you have to understand what to look out for, and you have to play past that. But I want us to understand our level of influence. We really need to recognize the level of influence that we have and really, really embrace that shit. I'm not afraid to say, hey, yeah, I'm glad we crashed the Democratic Party. Yeah, they're blaming us. They're pointing the finger at us. I'm like, yes, we did that. We absolutely did that. You should have did what we told you to damn do. Let's get some people in here. We got a lot of folks in here. Let's get what's that? Gormful White Boy. The very interesting name. Gormful White Boy. Unmute your microphone, sir. All right. Gormful White Boy, if you can unmute your mic, that would be great. All right. So while we're waiting on him, let's get Brother Sulan in the building. Then we'll get Jabrizi in the building. But Sulan, hop in, man.
Hey, good evening. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. What's going on, fam?
Oh no, no, that's just showing tonight about the Texas tonight. Let me speak about Al Sharpton real quick. So
Your phone is really, really sounding a little janky, brother. What's going on with your phone?
what about now? Can you hear me?
Much better, much better.
Yeah, Al Sharpton. I mean, he's been a figure. I wouldn't say in Black American politics, but he's been a figure for decades. I mean, from my perspective, his contributions is very surface level and ultimately performative.
Right.
When it comes to the most pressing issue for Black Americans, which is tangibles and reparations, his silence really speaks volumes. So,
Hmm.
how can a so called voice claim to represent us, yet avoids the one solution that could address the roots of our generational struggles?
Yeah.
To me, when it comes down to it, his legacy is more about optics than outcomes.
Right.
And the other that have you got my emails yet? You get my emails?
I get so many emails. I don't know which email address it is. But
It will be let me see. Let me give you my exact email. It is um sorry.
okay.
Uh Actually, I just seen one right now.
Yeah,
I just
just
seen one right now. It has
send it
my
to me and I'll check it out.
okay.
Thank you for the call, brother. Um, Now Sharpton, from what I understand, isn't he having like something on Dr. King's Day? He's supposed to be having some kind of rally out there in New York on the inauguration day for Trump. I think he's going to have a rally to kind of, I guess, try to take attention from it. This is what I've been hearing. Where are my New Yorkers? Have y'all heard that? I heard that he's going to have a rally in New York on January 20th, as like a counter thing to Trump being inaugurated. This is what I heard. I'm not too sure of the accuracy of it, but I did hear that. Let me get Jabrizi in the building. Jabrizi, well, no, I didn't, hold on. Let me add you. I didn't even add you. That's my bad, Jabrizi. That's my bad, Jabrizi. Jabrizi, hop on, brother.
Doing. Uh,
I'm good, G. How are you, brother?
so if I sound out of breath, I was doing good. I'm doing good.
Why
I'm
you
getting
out of
my
breath? What are
jog
you
in
running?
right now. I'm listening to you, running for the
What
Busky
city
Monster,
you in?
man. You know what I'm talking about, man.
Uh,
I'm in Las
now, when
Vegas,
you
but I'm from
stop?
Chicago.
Oh, okay. You in Vegas right now?
What's up?
I say, are you in
Indeed.
Vegas right now? Okay, there you go.
Yes,
What's
sir.
on your mind, brother?
Yeah, when it comes to the Democratic Party, they try to really artificially get things going. But what they don't know about Black people, FBA, is that we are so loyal to our culture, it almost can be to a fault. For all the idiots that follow like Roland, that's because they loyal. Black people, we rock with you, and that's the one thing like they don't really know. We Because our whole culture has always been excluded from atypical, America. We have to make our
Right.
own little division, and that's why when the tethers try to hate on us, they don't get why we can get things moving because we're not moving and no one's drunk. And at that, and if they play in our game, by default, they're gonna be playing on our beat. You can't come and play with us because now you're playing our game. And when you play our
Right.
game, it's our rules, and then you lose because you don't know how to play the game. You brought up a good point about how we used to roast each other's. Foundational Black Americans roast each other as a tradition. So they don't get it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why they lose. They feel so butthurt because they don't get the culture. So
Yeah.
the Democrats, they so out of touch, man, out of
Big
touch.
time. Yes, they are. But man, thank you for the call, brother. Speaking of roasting, we got um an event happening at the Hidden History Museum on December 21st. Saturday, December 21st. We're going to have a great Aratusase celebration. We're going to have complimentary food, complimentary drinks. It's always popping at the Hidden History Museum. We have a great time up there. It is popping, popping, popping. We got some great comics that's going to be up there. We got a brother named Henry Coleman, very, very funny brother. We got Kevin Tate, very, very funny, hilarious brother. Big Jaw, y'all know Big Jaw from the skits. He does a lot of these popular skits. He's a funny, funny comic. So him, and we got a lot of other people too. So you guys, You can get more information at hiddenhistorymuseum.com, and that's this December 21st. So y'all got to come on through, kick it with me. We're going to have a ball up there. Let's get Nikki the God, then Ezra. Nikki, what's up, dear?
Hi, Tariq. Hello, Tariq and family. All right, about Al Sharpton. Um, I agree with you. I was going to say pretty much the same thing, but you threw some stuff out there that I didn't even think of. Al Sharpton, him being called out by the National Black Church Initiative, is a small piece of the puzzle that represents many so-called Black people who are pushed out to the forefront to be our representatives. We all know the same things. We know the same old, same old. We know that people don't care about us as a collective and therefore don't mind being pay for play tokens to push whatever agenda is involved with keeping power away from us. While I do agree that this was a conflict of interest for him to accept money for his organization alongside boosting up Kamala on MSNBC, I also agree with you that there has to be more to the story of why these people decided to call him out now
Right,
for the conflict of interest.
right.
Um, I also agree that this has something to do with Kamala losing and something to do with the Democratic Party. But get this, he was not only called out by the National Black Church Initiative, he was also called out by the Society of Professional Journalists and other people like Megyn Kelly, Fox News, Howard Kurtz, and some guy from the Young Turks. And I guess they're acting like they are just so offended that he has not been suspended yet. These people, they've been pulling the same stuff for years. I remember going to the Essence Festival and him doing some sort of speech there and me being the only one. Now this was, man, 5 years ago,
Hmm.
4 or 5 years ago. And I was the only one there that yelled it out, what about reparations? And they had security come talk to me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they had security come talk to me. I was the only one who wasn't in awe by Al Sharpton. But while we don't know everything that's going on behind the scenes, what we do know is what our great Professor Black Truth always says: white supremacy always breaks its tools.
Hmm.
One last thing I want to bring up, I'm not trying to talk about anybody's looks or anything like that. I know that people have been concerned and about Serena Williams. You got to look and tell me. I know that she put out a video today. I felt like she looked better. I wonder if she listens into people talking. I wonder if she's kind of starting to get it because she had some Black women around her. Even though her makeup was still light, it looked better. I'm wondering if she's kind of really, I'm hoping that she crawls out of the sunken place. I really do. But
Yeah.
in these situations, I'm just hoping things get better for her because not for her, but for her father, for what he put into her and her sister. So when I think about Serena Williams, it's not just about her. It's about what everything her father put into her. And I would hate to see all of that be thrown away. You have a great day, Tariq.
Thank you so much, beloved. Thank you so much. Now, Ezra. What's up, Ezra?
Yes, sir. Can you hear
Yes,
me?
sir. I can hear you, Ezra.
Okay, I'm calling in from the Atlanta base, FBA here, calling in from the Atlanta base. I have a few things to say about this to stay on subject, sir. First thing is, I think that the Democrats have infiltrated the church entirely too far because historically the church has been the Black Americans, especially during the civil rights time, our place of organization where we organized. We staged rallies, we staged our boycotts at the church. Now it seems like the church has just been far too infiltrated by the Democratic Party, and it seems like a lot of church members are pretty much compromised these days, and I don't like that. Even Ebenezer, hello,
Okay, it's a brother.
hello, excuse. I heard some background. Anyways, I don't know what that noise is, but Ebenezer Church, even with Rapper Warnock here in Atlanta, it seems as though he had Kamala Harris at the church and everything, and that's fine. But I just think that they're commercializing our heritage too much, and they're using these church members as sort of like a backstab to the Black American movement and what we're trying to achieve here in our generation. And it's about time that Reverend Al Sharpton and Reverend Warnock and all these other big church wigs and their Democratic sponsors get taken down and replaced with a more grassroots, people like the regular people, and not just like representatives of the church. And one more thing, sir. I wanted to know, when was you coming back down to Atlanta? Because I wanted to have some stuff in order to visit you. Because I heard you saying you was going to have a business convention down here in Atlanta one day. So I just wanted to know, is that still on your mind?
Yeah, I still want to do like the FBA Heritage Festival down there. So we're just trying to figure out how we're going to put it together. But yeah, I'll keep everybody posted on that. Shamir Hill. Yeah, I don't know what that does. I let some guy up and he unmuted his mic and it sounded like he was haunted house. Shit.
So he was running from somebody. I didn't know what was going
No,
on.
like damn, like he's been werewolf or some shit. What's going on? What's on? What's brother?
That nigga probably, I think he was probably outside in New York City the other day.
Yeah, man. What's
Nah,
going on, brother?
nigga, appreciate it, man. I'm so glad I finally got a chance to tap in, man. I've been listening to you since the whole George Floyd incident. So it's a pleasure to finally get a chance to talk to you.
No doubt,
Peace to the God.
no doubt.
I wanted to say is like, so I lived in New Jersey, and like Al Sharpton was kind of big on the East Coast, and like does he even preach anymore? Like I haven't seen him in the church in like who knows about how many years it's been. And he was supposed to come to our church one year, and he just never showed up. So I've always had like a little bit of a disinterest when it came out of Al Sharpton. But the thing is, I'm wondering is, what is the Democrats' plan to try to win over the black people's vote?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like we already kind of see what they're doing. We already seen what they've done. So like, what's the next trick that they're going to try to prove, like try to show us? Because we can already see their cards, and I'm just kind of curious to see what their strategy is. Is it more try to take more from the grand old party? Or are they going to try to find another way to infiltrate us? Like that's really what my question is.
and very good question. One thing that they're definitely trying to do, they're trying to stifle the voices of the grassroots because they understand the reason why they lost was 100% because of the black grassroots. That's why they lost, and they know it. They don't want to come right out and say it, but they're saying it by attacking us in the grassroots. They put a lot of emphasis on attacking us, and me in particular. The black grassroots made them crash and burn. That's why they went out after the election talking about black men, all these old bad black men. That was a code word. What they're talking about, black men from the grassroots. You understand? They didn't criticize nobody else. They all got on TV saying the same thing. Man, Kamala lost because these black men, they effed up. Remember, they had Jennifer Lewis saying that. Y'all black men, y'all effed up. Y'all didn't want to see the black woman shine. Oh, they were talking all that stuff. What they're really saying is the black grassroots. So what they think they're going to do is go on a big disinformation campaign and just constantly beat the drum of discrediting um, the black grassroots, but that's not going to work because now the the seeds of progress is already there. You guys have already been embraced with the seeds of empowerment. So just attacking us, that's going to make more people want to listen to the message. And that's going to make people say, okay, y'all still need to bring us some tangibles. Whatever they do, y'all gonna have to bring some tangibles. Tangible, that's the new norm. We're becoming more politically sophisticated, and that's going to be the new norm.